Well, we also do know that there's an ongoing feud that local traders, our traders, have with the Ministry of Trade and Industry, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Nigerian traders locally. It's about how we can have the enforcement of the GIPC regulation. That's indicating that we don't need local traders or foreign traders to be wading into retail sector locally. We already have had GUTA speaking regularly on the subject. We'll be speaking to Mr. Ben Yabwa. He's the National Welfare Officer for the Ghana Union of Traders Association. And we'll do that soon. Mr. Yabwa, good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother.
It's been a while, but I also do know that for GUTA, you've been on this tangent of creating this dialogue with government for that enforcement of that regulation. And it is because you have the difficulty with why successive governments have not been in a position to implement that. Is that the case?
Yeah, that's very much the case, my brother.
Okay. So what's the position now? What do you intend doing with the current actions that have been taken so far?
Well, thank you so much for having me this morning. And, good morning to your listeners. My brother, this is really disheartening that for so long, as we rightly said, we've had this problem and nothing much seems to be done about it. Again, if we have a law that governs trade, ensuring that any foreigner that comes into the country does the right thing, and nothing is being done to enforce it, then you have the citizenry coming up and doing what you've seen going on. The last time, you quite remember, about 3 months ago, when there was this approval, and we dialogued with the government and the institutions responsible for that sector. We dialogued with them. They gave us that assurance again that this time around we're taking steps to ensure that the proper thing is done. 2 to 3 months down the line, nothing has been done. That means the status quo remains. And that is what is causing what you heard yesterday from Kumasi, and then you heard yesterday from Accra Central. If nothing is done, it will be replicated, because then the others who all issued ultimatum, had press conference, will all get the Nigerian economy and then the air citizens. To them, it was Nigeria first. Aside the border closure that we've all heard of, I heard the immigration boss also speaking on the fact that they are trying to sanitize their system and ensuring that everything Tom, Dick, and Harry, who is in their country, they know your status. But they are using crime and all that as some of the basis for doing what they are doing. So they have something what they call e-registration. They've given some amnesty to foreigners in the country to register, so that they know your status. After that, they will just move you out. You will be sacked. I heard the immigration board saying that so far about 2,000 foreign nationals have been sent out of the country. He mentioned some countries, and Ghana was inclusive. So they are doing something that will check. Even though what they did by closure of the border, even it brings upon the ECOWAS protocols, they really didn't care.
Yeah.
Our act, the Act 865, the DRD Act, does in no way infringe on the ECOWAS protocol, because it gives all ECOWAS members the freedom to come into the country and trade. The only point is that you come in, you trade for 3 months, as you may be aware, or 90 days. And then you go back. That means you come in, you supply your goods, take your money, and then you go back. But immediately you decide to pay. What even even worries me a lot is that let's look at even immigration, current immigration. It's not part of the commanded to ensure that any foreign national who is here, if you will decide to stay here, you can't just walk around and no one knows your status. You should have some residence permit, some sort of documentation for us to know who you are, where you are coming from, why you are here.
Mr.
Secondly, that's the last point. Secondly, if you even decide to work here, as per the GIPC Act, immigration should know that you have a working permit. There's usually with a working permit. So why are all these institutions sleeping? It baffles me.
You on the line for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll go to Kumasi and get some perspective from the Kumasi, and then we'll continue this conversation because it's part of the broader perspective we want to give this conversation this morning. So we also do know that Mr. Yeboah's representative, that's the big organization, the Union of Traders Association, they had been locking up foreign shops in the Ashanti regional capital, and they said it will be extended to other parts of Ghana in the coming days. We'll take you to Kumasi. When we come back, we'll ask Mr. Ben Yeboah, who is a national welfare chairman, or the national welfare officer for the Ghana Union of Traders Association, when they intend rolling out all these agitation in the other regions of our country. But first, to Nana Sensu Mensah.
So the friction between Ghanaian traders and their Nigerian counterparts seems to be dying out, but it just resurrected yesterday. Yesterday we had reports that the Ghanaian traders have locked the Nigerian shops somewhere in some magazine, Adeshia, and also Kajetia. We want to find out from the leadership of the Nigerian traders how the situation is affecting their businesses, and also to find out the way forward to solve this particular situation.
Yeah, actually, yesterday morning we just got information that some group of men come to Alaba and they started locking our people's shop over there. So from Alaba they proceed to Adeshimai, KJT, and Idum side.
Okay.
And started doing the same. Then by the time we got the information, so we started calling the authority, because we always advise our people not to engage them in any violence or whatever. Rather, let's do it, because too wrong can never make a right. So first of all, I call the Mishia Divisional Police Commander, ACP Kwekubua, which dispatched his men immediately. And he did a very wonderful job. As I'm talking to you now, immediately he ordered his boys to open all the shops at Alaba. So all the shops at Alaba open. And the regional commander also sent his boys at Adeshimai, KJTR, and the Idum side. And they did.
Mr. Ben Yeboah, are you still on the line?
Yeah, I'm on the line.
Okay, so we just heard from the Nigerian traders rep. But at the end of the day, the Nigerians and the other foreigners coming to Ghana, well, whether they know the law or don't know the law, it's also about how we can cooperate to ensure that businesses thrive. Is that not it?
Well, you see, the point is that, well, you see, if you allow laws that should work remain a bit dormant in the law books, then you have, he is talking in the capacity of what? Nigerian traders in Ghana.
Exactly.
And the next question is about them. Have they followed the law by ensuring that they register with registered general, by ensuring that they all have their status well known by the authorities and where they are trading? Who gave them that chance to go and trade there? Well, they just got up and then they came to Ghana and decided to see some landlords and acquire a shop. That is it. But now you see, they are getting that strong authority upon themselves that, yes, this is me, and this is what I'm doing. And to them, it's the right way. When the law clearly says that, they are breaking the law. And that is the problem we have having. So now he says that, look, they get up and they lock our shops. Where are your shops located? Is the law giving you the chance to be there?
Mr. Yabwa, I remember when the first incident happened a couple of months ago, and then we had all this agitation going around, spreading to a crowd. The concern was that this could be replicated by the Nigerians and the Nigerian authorities in Nigeria on Ghanaian traders locally as well, because they also may not have the same numbers like in Ghana, also trading locally in Nigeria.
This is my brother. And like I just said, Nigeria is having their e-registration, which is ensuring that they know the status of every foreigner in their country. They have started. They've just given some amnesty. They said after their deadline, if you are a foreigner in their country and they don't know your status, you'll be deported. In fact, the immigration boss from Nigeria said they've deported 2,000 foreigners, including Ghanaians.
Okay, so now you intend spreading this to other parts of, because we can find foreigners in almost every regional capital we have in Ghana today. So what will you do now?
The point is that we don't need to do any replica, in the sense that the last time you saw, if the sectors will get up, in fact, we as the national executives have to speak to some of them to try and get them to cool down.
Okay.
It's a problem. So we would not go and tell any sector, look, you also get up. But then inform us that, look, my brother, you told us the last time to cool down. It is well over 3 months, nothing is happening.
So you're saying your members are agitated across the country. Well, thank you very much.
Well agitated.
Ben Yabwa.
Because we keep on cooling them and nothing really happens.
Yeah. Ben Yabwa is the National Welfare Officer for the Ghana Union of Traders Association, and they are agitating about the lack of government commitment to enforce the GIPC law, which says that foreigners should not be in the retail sector. But moving on, we have to bring Mapito in to bring us the latest news from the world of showbiz. Stay with us.